David Oaknout Farm down in the workshop, and today I'm going to make my old table saw a little bit safer and a little bit more up to date. So let's take a look at what we've got going on. Alright everybody, here's the stock throat plate for my table saw, which is a probably late 70s Craftsman, maybe early 80s. It's got a very wide slot in the throat to allow you to angle the blade to do, miter cuts and things like that. But for a more precise cut, it's better to have a very narrow slot, basically hugging the blade on each side, so that you get less tear out, you get less sawdust actually thrown up on top of the deck, and you have less likelihood that some piece, some small piece is going to fall down in this crack and become a hazard and come flinging out at you. So it just makes your saw a bit safer to use, and also gives you a smoother cut in the end. So you take out the one screw at the end and remove the throat. Cleaned all of this up. It's all full of caked on sawdust. Got that all cleaned out. And this is a throat insert from Lee Craft. It comes with a little notch for the blade. Has a little hook to hook under the flange in the front. Has two screws for getting rid of the slop in both directions, and it has 4 Allen screws to get it level with your deck. So I put this in. I've already leveled it up. I used a straight edge. This is not particularly straight, but in general I put a straight edge across the deck, leveled all these 4 feet. Want to make sure there's no wobble, back and forth anywhere. And then I adjusted the side to side and end to end plates, so now it does not slop around at all on the deck. I'll show you the old one for an example. You don't want that. So this has the set screws, so you can kind of get rid of all of that. So now this is all ready to go. In the manual, they recommend you clamp a board all the way across the whole thing as you raise the blade up through. And one of the most important things also is to make sure at this point, before you do anything, that you are absolutely not rubbing on the blade. So on my saw, I can reach over and grab the belt. It's right over here. Here I have a little. I'm just barely touching. So before I run it, I have to make sure I drop my blade down just a little bit more. And then I'm going to clamp a board on the top, and we'll do the plunge cut through. Yeah, looks great, at least on this side. Yeah, very good. And that's that. Nice, slim, narrow opening now. Less chance of anything getting stuck down there, plus most of the dust will now collect under the table, which just kind of makes cleanup a little easier, a little less airborne crud in the air. So that's it. That's it for this episode, guys. I'm going to be attempting to make the saw even safer by installing a splitter after the blade, sort of like a riving knife. And let me show you a quick view of that. From Micro Jig, it's called the MJ splitter, and it gets installed directly after the blade to prevent both burn and pinching and kickback on the blade, so it makes the saw even safer. So next episode we'll be installing that. Check back soon, guys. Thanks as always for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and love it if you hit that notification bell so you get alerted when the next video comes out. Thanks, guys.